Nuclear Throne is like Downwell and Enter the Gungeon had a baby, except Nuclear Throne came out before Enter the Gungeon. So we are dealing with a game that transcends time here. Nuclear Throne is an indie game developed by Vlambeer. It's a roguelike shooter set in a post-apocalyptic wasteland where you mow down enemies, allowing you to progress through different areas with the purpose of reaching the ultimate prize, the Nuclear Throne. There are two main gameplay elements in Nuclear Throne, your weapons and your mutations. Instead of weapons having their own individual ammo counts, you instead have 5 main ammo types that you can pick up from these ammo boxes, which each have their own playstyle. Bolt is all about accuracy and killing your opponent in 1 or 2 shots. Bullet gives you quantity and fast-firing guns with the purpose of slamming as many shots into your enemies in as little time as possible. Shell dares you to get up close and personal with your enemies, letting you kill them quickly, but also puts you in lots of vulnerable situations. Explosive gives you some of the best damage in the game, but is also the most dangerous in the game, because if one of those explosives somehow hits you, it's over. And Energy kinda does whatever it wants to. There are also melee weapons in the game, which despite what you may think, are actually viable in a lot of ways. There are a ton of different guns that each utilize their own ammo type and have a load of variety with how they go about firing. Like if you think the regular bazooka is crazy, just wait until you find the Gatling bazooka. All of these guns are then complemented by your mutations. When you kill an enemy or break open these flasks, you'll be able to pick up rads, which are pretty much XP in this game. When you level up and then beat an area, you get to choose from one of 4 mutations, which are permanent upgrades to your character. They range from upgrades to specific bullet types, mobility improvement. Most of them are more utility based, like this mutation that sometimes gives you health on kills, or one that slows down enemy bullets. They've done a great job at rarely showing you 4 mutations that are useless to your build, and chances are, if it does look like that, you'll get the mutation that lets you just mutate later. You get so many guns on each level that you're constantly able to adapt your build to whatever mutations you've been given. And if things really aren't going your way, you're always able to use skill and your character's unique ability to keep on going, which I think is extremely important in a roguelike. Oh yeah, there are like a bunch of different characters to choose from. Let's talk about that. The characters at play here are all very unique and have their own strengths and weaknesses. You got the Fish, who is the only one in the game with a roll ability. Crystal gives you more health and a shield, offering a more defensive playstyle. Steroids can wield 2 guns at once, letting your build become even more crazy. Robot can eat his guns for health and resources. You can even play as young Venus from Gun Gods, a game that maybe 3 people have ever played, and he has a whole rap dedicated into the game, which is awesome. In fact, the entire soundtrack of Nuclear Throne is awesome. It really knows how to set the mood properly. You start the game on a thunderous note with that bum bum bada ba, hyping you up for another attempt at that throne. Then it pulls it way down like, alright, you got past the first place, we're getting real now. You get to the caves and then it starts pumping you up like, come on man, you got this. And when you finally make it to the palace, it starts out real creepy with that echoey guitar. Then it slowly builds up, and out of nowhere, you get the variety is so vast. Each song feels like it has had as much work put into it as the entire game. It brings out the true nature of the environment. A completely ruined land filled with horrific abominations, and among them, a select few who seek to find the one source of hope in this wasteland. There's even a song which is made solely of gun sounds. Like, come on! Please explain to me why my roommate plays this game with the music off. Like, what the f***? One thing that needs to be known about Nuclear Throne is that this game will not hesitate to kick your ass. As fast as it begins, it comes to an end. Unlike other roguelikes, there are no invincibility frames. A stream of bullets can be coming at you, and every single one will hit you. The enemies in this game are messed up, man. A lot of the time, you'll find yourself having to carefully navigate a screen full of bullets and explosions. swarms of rats coming from every angle, crystals that shoot you with off-screen lasers, these guys that literally pretend that they're dead, and not to mention all of the different things that can kill you in the environment. Certain enemies do more damage than others, but that doesn't get indicated, meaning sometimes you'll be chilling at full health, and then BAM! It's over. Just like that. Dying from a good run just to be shoved back into these wastelands is just devastating. I'd close the game, never want to play it again, but an hour later, I find myself right back at it. I already know that in saying this, I've probably turned a lot of people away from the game, but I implore you to at least give it a try. I've deliberately only scratched the surface of what's in this game. It's a challenge, and you are going to die over and over, and some of those deaths are going to feel like you actually died for real, but if you can persevere and learn the game, what awaits you is a playground of unique builds, crazy weapons, and a whole lot of that indie game charm. And if you can bring yourself to reach that nuclear throne, you get one of the best feelings in gaming. And like any good roguelike, you think you're done, but really, the game has only just begun.